All right, y'all, we're here. We are talking about our top 10 tight ends for 2025 as we are creeping on into the regular season, y'all. We're going to start right here in this video going over number 1, Brock Bowers. This is pretty much number 1 on everybody's list. You can't go wrong with Brock Bowers. Now, look, he's in a different situation than he was in last year, so you might want to temper your expectations, but his talent is just that good. Geno Smith, Pete Carroll coming over, from the Seattle Seahawks. Now he's going to be partnered with that quarterback head coach combo there with the Raiders. You got rookie Ashton Jeanty at the backfield. But look, the opportunity's there. The best wide receiver on the outside is Jacoby Myers right now. So Brock Bowers is their whole receiving core right now, and he's going to have a lot of opportunities. Let's just face it. Look, the Raiders, they're not that good. They're going to be at a negative game script quite a bit going into the season. I think Brock Bowers is going to get all the workload he can possibly stand. And for a tight end, you're going to have to draft him kind of on the higher side. But look, if you do, you get yourself a nice little stud. Brock Bowers, easily number 1 for me. Coming here at number 2, and we're going George Kittle, y'all. George Kittle is one of those wide receivers. He's almost like a wide receiver, but he's a tight end that's so consistent. And look at the 49ers offense right now. It's completely depleted. Deebo Samuels is gone. Brandon Ayuk is hurt right now. Brandon Jennings is hurt right now. Ricky Pearsall, who knows how long he's going to stay healthy. There's just a lot of things going on right now that there's a lot of question marks. And Brock Purdy needs to be able to throw the football to somebody. Why not go to old faithful George Kittle? He consistently is one of the top tight ends in the league year in and year out. Having him at number 2, I see a lot of people having either at 3 or 4. I had to put him at number 2, guys. He is just that good. He has such a high floor for you at the tight end position, which is crazy. There's only a handful of tight ends as of right now who's kind of like set it and forget it. Other than that, you're pretty much streaming the tight end position, right? So I think George Kittle's good enough to make it into your tight end slot each and every week. You're never going to be pulling this guy out, and you could probably get him at a decent draft grade as well, or draft capital for ADP goes. So George Kittle definitely at number 2 for me. Coming at number 3, I'm going to go Trey McBride. Now, I do expect Trey McBride to take a little bit of a step back just due to Marvin Harrison Jr. taking a massive leap forward. Who's seen the pictures of Marvin Harrison Jr. being all yoked up, man? Oh, man, he is going to be a beast, right? If he comes even half of what his father was, you're going to see him turn into some freaking amazing plays. And that means Trey McBride's going to have to take a little bit of a step back. It doesn't mean he's going to be plummeted. Doesn't mean he's still not a stud. It just means I'm putting him at number 3 instead of number 2. That's all. Trey McBride still is, he's great. He is great for fantasy football. I think that Kyler Murray looks at him quite a bit for a lot of plays, especially when the plays are breaking down. Who do I need to throw the football to? Well, let's go to our safety, our little check down, and Trey McBride. He gets a lot of touches, a lot of receptions, a lot of yardage. Trey McBride, I think he's a stud. He just needs to improve on those touchdowns, which I think that could come up in 2025. Trey McBride, number 3 for me. Coming to number 4, I'm going to have to go Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is one of those guys that I'm telling you, man, a lot of people have him, out of the top 5. Well, no, sir, not me. That's almost blasphemy at this point. I think Travis Kelce can be a stud this season, right? He's going to be relied on quite a bit this year. I mean, you've got somebody like Rashee Rice. He's eventually going to have a suspension con, right? I think his court date sometime in September. That means Travis Kelce is going to be on the field a lot, and he's still going to get the ball a lot, right? So I think his player prop right now for yardage is like 700 yards receiving. Get out of here. That's definitely an over for me, but hey, that's a whole nother video we're talking about. Travis Kelce belongs in the top 5 for me. I have him here at number 4 just based on the opportunity that he's going to be receiving. I think Travis Kelce is somebody that you can really depend on still week in and week out coming into his very last season. I mean, he wants to ride into the sunset, kind of sing Kumbaya as he walks out the door, and I think Patrick Mahomes is going to help him do so, right? So I think Travis Kelce is somebody that has to be in my top 5. I had to put him in at number 4. And, the injury history, whether it's Hollywood Brown or whoever else is over there, it could be Xavier Worthy. Does he take a step forward? I don't think so. I think it's all about Travis Kelce, especially when the suspension comes from Rashee Rice. You're going to see a crazy amount of yardage come Kelce's way. So, but coming in at number 5, right? We're going Sam LaPorta. Now, he did have a down season in my eyes last season. He kind of wasn't as what everybody expected him to be. Sam LaPorta used to be up there, number 2, number 3, and now he's not number 5 for me. But he's in an offense, led by Jared Goff, who he's going to be throwing over 4,000 yards passing himself, and a lot of that's going to go to Sam LaPorta, right? You got the emergence of Jamison Williams. You've got Amon-Ra St. Brown on the outside as well, but Sam LaPorta has got to be in that mix. You got a great running back duo in Gibbs and Montgomery. But look, LaPorta's going to get his. He is the safety blanket for Jared Goff. He is a good pass-catching tight end. I knew he was good when he came out of college, and he's still good here in the pros. So Sam LaPorta, I believe, belongs at number 5, has a nice safe floor for you for the tight end position. I think he's going to get plenty of fantasy points for you in 2025. So let's move right along here. We're going to number 6. We're going Evan Engram, guys. Evan Engram switching over here from the Jacksonville Jaguars, going over there to the Broncos. Look, Bo Nix needed a tight end to get it done. They tried to go Greg Dulcich. They tried to go Troutman. It just wasn't working. So what do they want to do? Well, let's get a proven veteran in there in Evan Engram. He did good when he played with the Giants. He did good when he played with the Jaguars. Now he's going to be good with Sean Payton and this Broncos offense led by Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix could use another safety blanket out there, another surefire hands to get the job done. Evan Engram, an absolute stud, love him, and it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up in the top 5 tight ends at the end of the season. So Evan Engram, got to get in here for number 6 for me. Coming at number 7, we're going TJ Hockenson, and I do like Hockenson this season. Most of it's because you not only have the suspension by Jordan Addison, but you gotta it's almost like a rookie quarterback, right? JJ McCarthy didn't play last season due to an injury. He's gonna need a lot of checkdowns. When he's not throwing the football down to Justin Jefferson, he needs somebody else to throw the football to, and that's gonna be TJ Hockenson. So if you're looking for somebody, especially in like a half PPR league, to really get the job done for you, have a kind of a safe floor, TJ Hockenson, he has a safe floor. He's not gonna have too many of those spike weeks, but he's going to have a safe enough floor to be a reliable target for you at the tight end position week in and week out in 2025. Coming at number 8, we're going Jake Ferguson. Yes, now back into my top 10 rankings. I had to throw in Ferguson based on Dak Prescott's health. Now, if anything happens to Dak Prescott, Jake Ferguson, cock-a-doodle, right? Nobody else is able to get him the football. It is what it is now. Hey, Milton's there now. So Milton at this, if something happens to Dak Prescott and Joe Milton gets in there, you can see some fireworks with that as well. But look, the offense is starting to kind of transform a little bit. George Pickens is now on the outside, tagging up there with CeeDee Lamb. Now you've got Jake Ferguson able to kind of work the middle of the field by himself. Should have a lot more opportunities to catch the football, and Dak Prescott's a good enough quarterback to find Jake Ferguson for fantasy football. So look, if you're looking for a nice tight end, having yourself an okay floor, there's going to be some weeks where you wish you didn't start him, but it is what it is. That's what we get with Ferguson. He's pretty much a touchdown or bust type of guy, but I think he gets back on the saddle, a top 10 tight end for me in 2025. Coming at number 9, I'm going Tucker Kraft. Guys, look, when he was drafted as he was the second tight end drafted for his team, whenever the Packers selected him. But I said, look, Tucker Kraft is a way better tight end than Luke Musgrave, right? So, and look, it came to fruition. Just like I had said it, Tucker Kraft is a stud for fantasy football, guys. There's going to be some weeks where he's completely absent. You don't even know he's playing. He might have 1 reception. There's going to be some other weeks where he completely is pulling his own weight. Tucker Kraft is a great pass-catching tight end, can get the job done. There's so many injuries for the wide receivers, whether Christian Watkins or Jaden Reed, Romeo Dubes, no matter who it is, they're always going to be hurt. So who is the man who Jordan Love can rely on? Well, that's Tucker Kraft. So I think, being a top 10 tight end, when you get to this point, it's kind of a boom or bust type of tight end spots. You're almost streaming tight ends at this point. But Tucker Kraft, I think, can do just enough to get into the top 10 for you. Had him at number 9 for me. Now we're going to end up this video at number 10 here. I'm going David Njoku, especially now that Joe Flacco was named the starting quarterback for the Browns. At least week 1, if you're playing DFS, you better put David Njoku into all of your lineups. He is going to be an absolute stud with Joe Flacco. We've seen what he was able to do before with Joe Flacco. He was a stud of a tight end. I mean, I'm talking about top tier tight end. So as long as Flacco's the quarterback, he's going to be a top 10 tight end. So if we can at least get, half the season of Joe Flacco, that's going to be great for his fantasy value. Now you have Gabriel there. You've got Shadur Sanders there. They're going to want to push some of these guys forward to start and push Flacco out. But as long as we can kind of milk it as much as we can, David Njoku's easily a top 10 tight end for me. He's got the ability. He's athletic. He's got great hands. Good touchdown type of guy. Red zone guy. I think easily a top 10 tight end for me, guys. But look, that is my top 10 tight ends for 2025. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you guys are smashing that subscribe button as well and coming part of the Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network family, guys. We're pumping out a lot of videos at this point. We want to help you win a championship. That is our ultimately, our goal here. So I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.